Welcome back to JD's Rips, Breaks, and Collectibles.
And for today's random rip, we are doing an assortment of Cybercel packs.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Cybercel is a smaller company that is making a bunch of different anime, cartoon, and even comic book themed trading cards. These are not playable cards, where they are more just something to collect if you're a fan of Spy Family, Sonic the Hedgehog, Dragon Ball Z, or the TMNT. So, without anything else to do, let's get into the TMNT. Getting into the TMNT, this is the art style from 1987, back where they actually have the initials on their belt. The different styles you can get all range from the common all the way down to hyper rare. And if you scan this, you can see everything that you can pull out of one of these packs. Usually retailing around $5. So, let's open you up.
Oh, it does have that side tear. That's nice.
I know, right?
It actually works.
It does. I just don't want to rip and break the wrong thing. Get it? Huh? Rip and break? Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Alright, so starting it off, we have... That is an extra. So it looks like you get a... Oh no, these are the cards. Wow. Alright, so you got Michelangelo. You got Michelangelo. And you got the Shredder. I believe these do open up further. Yeah, they're in sleeves. You don't have to actually rip them open. And, good on me for knowing who these guys were. But how do I slide them out? Oh, it just falls apart. Yeah, those sleeves open up, and it's just a nice little backdrop display. There is no extra bits on the inside. So I really don't feel like we really have to go into this, but this one is a common, and I can pop them up right there.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting. So from the two Michelangelos we got, this one here is a common, and the one with the blue background is a rare.
And you see more of the pose they're doing in the back. But again, there's nothing on the inside of any of these.
Do you know what the QR code is for on the back of the individual cards?
I do not, but before we open the next set, we would definitely take a look. So, I'm not 100% on how much any of these actually cost. But again, if you're actually interested in any of these TMNT cards or any of the other ones, let us know and we can definitely work something out. But...
So, reading on the back, I'll even put it on camera. So, collect awesome cell art with Cybercel. So, according to this, you're able to scan the QR codes on the back of the cards, and you can actually add it to a digital collection.
Oh, so for all those who are playing the new Pokemon digital card game, this is a lot like that, except you don't get to play against other people. But again, if you really like the TMNT and you want to make sure that you can get all 4 turtles, this is a nice way to make sure you have the collection with you at all times. So, let's get into the next one. Moving up the list, we got Dragon Ball Z. This is actually Dragon Ball Z Super. So, again, these are different than the actual Dragon Ball Z cards that are playable, that are actually in circulation right now. I thought these were going to be a really fun take on trading cards. And that tail is horrendous.
You can do it from the other bottom, too, to see, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the tear.
Okay, well, we have Beerus the Destroyer, Kid Trunks, why did I have to spin this around, and Majin Buu. And again, you can scan it if you want. First come, first serve, because I don't know if everyone can scan them. But these do just open up. This one is a common, as I try to take the protective sleeve off of it. Again, nothing on the inside.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I do like the fold out of the cards and everything, but I don't know if there's any additional purpose for it.
I really think it's just for the display. Out of all of them, this was the only rare. Beerus the Destroyer. But it is nice to kind of just see them popped up, you know?
Yeah, it is. For display purposes, absolutely, it's nice, but it's one of those things you think there'd be more to it, and maybe down the road they have potential to do more with it.
Next up is Sonic the Hedgehog. If we grew up in the 90s, you definitely remember this guy. This art style is more from the Sonic X TV show, at least from what I can tell on the art, but not so much when it comes to the cover. Yes, I got this from GameStop, and yeah, I did try to do this right by the stupid sticker. Believe it or not, I can't really find Cybercel in a normal card shop. Really just retail, like GameStop, Target, that kind of stuff.
So any of the big box stores we're looking at.
Starting off, we got Super Sonic, which is a super rare. We got, flipping this over again, Normal Sonic, which is a common. And flipping it one more time, we got Tails, which is also common. Fun fact about Tails, which is leading me to believe that this isn't as focused on fan service as most card games would be. Tails' first name is Miles. And when you go into anything that involves Sonic the Hedgehog, when they list his name, they usually put in parentheses Miles. But this is just Tails. It's not even Tails the Fox. I'm actually wondering if they put Sonic the Hedgehog under his name, or is it just Sonic? And again, nothing really on the inside. I'm going to try to open up the Sonic one. It just says Sonic. Fun fact for anyone who doesn't know, Sonic going Super Saiyan is actually a joke for anyone who is a Dragon Ball Z fan. The creator of Sonic is a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, and Sonic going Super Sonic is Super Saiyan. One of the characters that we did not open is Silver, which is a play on Trunks from coming from the future to try to save everyone. It's all just one giant Dragon Ball Z joke, down to the 7 Chaos Emeralds representing the 7 Dragon Balls. So it was nice to see that we can open both of them at the same time.
So one thing I noticed, before you open it, if you just want to go to the front, maybe the camera won't be able to pick it up. I can kind of pick it up. So on the card, we haven't opened this. There's, I can't tell if it's fingerprints or finger marks on the card there, which I'm not too crazy about. Yeah, Daryl, you might have to look without the camera to see.
That looks like it might be underneath the card. So what he's talking about is like right here and here. There's a dash here and a dash here, which it could definitely be from, oh my god, they peel right off. I'm glad we figured that out towards the end.
Yeah, it's just a mark on the hollow itself, which, I mean, brand new out of the pack, you'd think it'd be a little cleaner, but,
Yeah, you would think. And let's not try to block.
All right, as per usual, we're having an off-camera conversation that we should be having on camera. So before we get to Spy Family, we were talking about how we feel about these cards.
I gotta be honest, I don't like them. Not for nothing, I am more of a fan of all of these franchises than my co-star, but I would like something other than just the name on these characters. For example, if I told him that this character in Dragon Ball Z is a god, there is nothing on this card that says that. other than me just plain out saying it. And he's the god of destruction. In Dragon Ball Super, they added deities. And that's a whole thing for specifically Dragon Ball Super.
I would not get that from the card.
Absolutely not. Same thing with Shredder. It would be nice to know that this dude is a Japanese man in New York. And he's running an evil organization of ninjas from space. None of that says this.
It doesn't. Now, what I will say, out of the 3 we've opened, at least with the TMNT ones, I do like the city backscape. I think that's nice. But one thing I was looking at is, so I'll use the TMNT as an example. Again, I guess depending what angle you're looking at, it doesn't look too bad, but I kind of feel when they were closed in their packaging, visually, to me, is when they were the most appealing. And that only applies to the TMNT because the backdrop is actually a scape of some type. You know, it's the city, it looks good. With Sonics, it's just directional arrows, like, okay. Like, you know, even the Hollow, yes, does that look better than the standard ones? Sure. But
not by much.
Not by much, and also the fingerprint from the factory is really bothering me. It shouldn't necessarily be bothering me that much, but considering these are 5 and change for 3 cards, I was looking for some more excitement out of them personally.
Well, this is the one I was the most excited about. If you're really into anime, you have definitely seen Spy Family recently. This is a very wholesome anime where the girl in the middle is a telepath who can read minds. She is an orphan who was adopted by this guy who is a spy who is spying on the country that this woman is an assassin for. None of these characters know that they are spies, assassins, or telepaths, and they are trying to blend in with normal society so that they don't get executed or kicked out of the country.
I want to play a game before you open this pack.
Okay.
Because you're familiar with this and I am not. What do you think the background of the back fold of the card is going to be? TMNT, to me, that totally made sense. Sonic, personally, I think they were being very lazy. For Dragon Ball Z, I mean, you know, I really know the older aspect of the anime. I don't know about the newer ones, but the background was, generally speaking, not impressive in the anime. So I kind of get not necessarily knowing what to put for the back, but is there something that you would like to see for the Spy Family?
What I would say, the racing lines make sense.
It makes sense, but to me it's lazy.
These are the dash icons that when you run over in game, it makes you move faster.
Yep, it makes sense.
Dragon Ball Z makes sense because this kind of looks like the aura when they're charging up. So that I can give a thing to. The TMNT having the city, that is definitely a good touch. So I want to give them some kind of credit. There is 2 main areas that the family is known for. It's going to be the school or their apartment.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that it's the apartment. I'm hoping it's the apartment. It could be nothing, but I'm really hoping it would be the apartment. So, right now, let us know your guess as I rip this one open.
My guess, it's going to be anything but the 2 things that Daryl said.
Wow, that is...
Not against you, just how I feel about how these cards have been going.
Okay. And we're starting this off with random triangles. So this is the mom, and it's going to say her name because I forgot yours name. Yep, your Forger. This character I actually don't know the name of, so I'm actually happy there's a name on the back of this, which is Sylvia. She is the director for the spies. She's the person giving all the orders, telling people who's their next mission, next hit, things like that. Keep in mind, the only one who's actually a spy in this whole set is going to be him. This is Lloyd Forger. He's the main character, and he's the one that the show usually follows if it's not following Anya. And seeing how these are just triangles, let's open them up and see what a common looks like. And remember how I said the last one just opened up? That's how easy it's supposed to be. So if you want to go back and tell them, past me, that's how easy it's supposed to be, please. It's not as hard as I'm making it. What's the rarity on this one? This is a rare. Okay. So I would say that your chances of getting a common, super common, chances of getting a rare seems to be almost as much as just getting a super rare. We opened 4 packs, and there wasn't that much of a diversity when it came to getting each of the rarities. So it should be pretty fun if you're trying to collect all of them. So this is the full set, and if you're interested in any of these at all, the links will be in the description for a short time.
Yes, and if it's not listed on our eBay store, you can message us directly, whether it's on eBay or YouTube. And if we have not sold them, we can make a package deal if there's something else you see that you want, or we can just sell you the cards individually if that's what you would like.
Now, John, because he does not know any of these, which one's your favorite?
So, I mean, I really want to like the hollow. I really want that to be cool. The fingerprint is bugging me. There's no contrast in color, really, so I'm not a big fan of that aspect. I really like it more. I do like shredders. I do like the border colors with the gray and the black. I do like the backdrop. I'm not too crazy about the giant Nickelodeon logo on it. I'm a Nick kid, don't get me wrong, but I would like to see it without that on it. But yeah, just visually, the Shredder is my favorite.
I would say that your is my favorite. This one actually does have somewhat of a holographic or metallic feel, but instead of it being the back, it's actually the front. So it's throughout all of this, it's kind of raised, and I feel like it just kind of works a little bit more. This, don't like this. There is something that they definitely could have done just a little bit more, but you can really see it on the back. But also let us know which one you liked best, and we'll see you in the next one.